Hey, everybody, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me are Tad and Phil. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Hey,
How I know we
how
just had
goes
like a
it,
long
everybody?
conversation.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going
We
good.
we
We
don't really
we don't need intros.
we don't need to catch up on air because we
Yeah.
caught up not on air.
Guys, I would love to have more art conversations with grown-ups. I
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
my art conversations are with children, right? And oh god. Yeah, so Phil and Ted, this was fun actually chatting about
I mean,
artists.
I'm glad. Yeah.
like that my wife always likes to have art conversations and doesn't have anybody to have them with, right?
We should start an art podcast. Kelly and I. Kelly and I
No,
just
no,
like
she'd
where
do
we
a
have artists come
podcast,
in
but she would happily just talk on the phone.
and chat art.
Yeah. My
Did
wife
you
is
Um,
see
also
what
a graphic designer, so it's one of those. I imagine if the three of our wives sat in a room, they would have plenty of art to talk about.
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. All
It'd be
right.
fun.
So, a couple of pieces of comic news. And when Tyler gets gets my talk with Heidi McDonald yesterday up, um, we had a good laugh over this one because a certain uh, uh, I'm not going to name it, but Heidi may
Okay.
have named it during our interview. Comics news source dropped the scoop that Universal was going to be distributing DC Comics in the United States.
Oh,
Well, yeah. See, the reason it wasn't really a scoop is Universal already distributes DC in Canada and could distribute in the United States, but it's not worth paying the shipping costs, because shipping across the but as part of their Diamond acquisition, they now have an Indiana warehouse, so they're shipping out of Indiana. The other thing is that DC has never been um exclusive to Lunar. So this isn't actually like a big deal. And it's something that anybody who knew how to read contracts knew months ago was coming. But there was a news site that decided to call it a scoop because somebody told them about it and because they had made some huge assumption way back when that Lunar or Universal has no plans to distribute to the US market, and even then people who knew how to read contracts and whatnot went, really? Because that seems dumb.
like why would yeah.
They're buying the resources to make it easy to distribute to the US market, something that they already have a contract in place to distribute.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is, one of the things that I laughed about is that and you see this in journalism involving um really anything that's entertainment as much as substantive, is that there are real journalists and there are fans that like to write about things. And that's the
Hmm.
difference between Heidi McDonald and a Milton Greep and some of the other sites. And
Yep.
fans writing about things has a great value. I'm
It
not
does.
bashing the fans writing about things, but journalism is different.
Absolutely.
Journalism takes deep dives. Journalism reads contracts. Journalism doesn't just talk to their friends for scoops. They go, who would know about this? I'm gonna start digging. Journalism requires multiple sources,
So
etc.
speaking of journalism, I don't know if you saw the most exciting piece of comics related news that I
Which
saw,
was
which was, I mean, it's not okay. So it's an article from Flaming Hydra called A Swinging Surprise or Two, where Josie and Zach Rabaroff discovered that a gay, disabled, pill-popping Yale drama grad likely ghost wrote many of Stan Lee's most famous comics.
I did not know that, but that's kind of cool. You're going
Yeah.
to send that my way.
I will send that your way. There is a paywall. It's $3 a month, but let me text that to
Yeah,
you right
we'll
now.
figure it out.
Yeah, to read that. But it was the
It
kind of thing that
might even be worth paying for if
exactly. It's
and do they do their journalism? Is this like
yeah, they went through like archives in New
okay,
York and found the
okay,
scripts amongst
okay,
the guy's stuff. This isn't just
gotcha.
salacious. This is
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
there's
I've
some
read
background here.
I've
All
Rabaroff
right.
stuff before, and her name. Sorry, I just said Josie. It's Josephine Reisman.
Right.
I'd seen her posting stuff, and so it's one of those where this
Yeah, yeah.
sounds credible,
Yeah, yeah.
sounds wild. Rabaroff
Well,
has interviewed Alan Moore, so
yeah,
he's a
no,
legit guy.
Zach Rabaroff is a name that I know.
Oh yeah, here I'll send this to both of you. But yeah,
Yeah.
I need to read the whole article, but the headline enough was
Right.
a surprise
Right.
and quite thrilling.
Yeah, yeah. It might come up on the Kirby show at some point.
Gosh, wouldn't that would oh I can that just adds another dimension to their like relationship drama. Oh
Right.
gosh.
The next really interesting piece of comic book news, and Heidi and I talked briefly about this too. I can't emphasize enough. Anybody who likes anybody who actually likes my autistic all over the place and is interesting to know what happens when you throw it together with ADHD all over the place, and two people who love comics, love baseball, and like think way too much about both should definitely listen to my interview with Heidi McDonald when Tyler gets it up.
Yep, it'll be soon. Yeah.
Um, the co-founders of Comixology, now the founders and the executives of Distillery announced their new webcomic site, and they've already got a number of, well, pretty much all the big publishers signed on. Neon Ichiban will be going live sometime soon. I'm already signed up. I think I'm number 900 for like their beta, whatever. Um, so I'm excited in two levels. The first is clearly they know what they're doing because they did the original Comixology, and the original Comixology was brilliant. For that matter, I've been overall pleased with the Distillery digital rollout. But second, and in some ways more importantly to me, I am hoping that both they and Global Comics can coexist because that will encourage innovation on both sides.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
honestly, it's a fine line between you know, of a healthy ecosystem with multiple platforms and too many
right,
choices like we see in streaming. But yeah, I mean, having
right.
two strong, successful digital comics apps it'd be fantastic.
I mean, what I'd love even more is if it gets to the point, well, hopefully, I mean, preferably without a lawsuit, but since Amazon's involved, it would probably require one where all digital purchases, like digital movie purchases, have to be available across platform. You don't have to keep your subscriptions, blah, blah, blah. Because it would be great if I didn't have all of my Kindle stuff separate from all of my Neon Ichiban
I see what you're
Global
saying.
Comic stuff.
Mhm.
But B, I think that would make it much more of a true like technological competition. Because if you can buy the comics either place and read them either place, then your challenge is how do I make finding them whatnot enough easier on my platform that people buy them here rather than there. The artists get paid either way. You know what I mean? That's
Yep.
what I would love is for digital marketplaces to be more like physical marketplaces. where it's not the creators that are getting that are essentially the currency. You know, you don't go to a comic shop because, oh, they've got Image here.
Hmm. Right.
Every comic shop has Image.
Yeah.
Right. Um,
Yeah, definitely. That's
so
where your user interface, user experience comes to play. Of like,
right,
hey, the people
right.
who where you make it easier to, like you said, find things you're actually
Hmm.
looking
Hmm.
for
So
and read stuff
that's what I'm
well.
crossing my fingers for.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. So now we have, what kind of week has it been?
Hmm.
And Tyler, if you've actually read the rundown, you can't be part of this quiz.
Okay.
One question quiz. Phil, what's the single biggest piece of political news this week since the last time we talked?
Iran.
Mm,
You don't think so?
Can
no.
since I live here, it's been very big where I live, right?
Good.
The assassinations.
Oh yeah. Oh, those are pretty huge. Those
I
were
mean,
wait,
yes,
wait, wait, wait,
Iran
wait.
is huge.
No, no, I thought that we talked about the assess. Oh no, no, I think we did. That's right. We did on Sunday, not Saturday, is when we talked about
Right.
it. So okay, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
no, the news was breaking while we were on air, and there wasn't enough information for me to break in with it.
Yep.
So we're a week later,
Yeah.
and most of the nation, at least, isn't talking about the fact that we had a political assassination, and
Yeah.
senators call it whatever the hell, fuck Mike Lee.
Whatever he
What?
said. Yeah,
Right.
he's horrible.
Um, for that
Uh,
matter, you
it was
know,
something. It was something to the effect of "get used to it." There's some, he
right.
didn't say that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that was the
Well,
Wow.
sentiment. That was the
but
Wow.
sentiment.
for that matter, both federal and state charges have been filed. In general, federal charges would only be filed in this case if the state asks them to, because
Yep.
it's a state situation. But one of the big differences is the federal charges, the recently appointed US ADA that like has been in charge of it has been really, really vocal about there's no evidence of any political connection.
Right. Why? What? Obviously there is.
No evidence of political connection.
Okay.
Yeah, that's false.
My only thing, okay, we know this guy had a list of targets in his car. He had very right-wing propaganda
Well, and
crap in
and
his
for that
car.
matter, I mean, as we're going there,
Yeah.
and like this is one of the places where it infuriates me,
Mhm.
not only how political the fraternal order of police, etc., have become, but how much they work against their own goddamn interests. How much confusion was caused by deciding to put out the picture of the No Kings flyers
Hmm.
without context and refusing to comment on them, only use it as, we don't know if you should protest today. It might not be safe. That's been used as fodder for people to go, oh, he was a left. I mean, that was that.
Yep.
Oh, you're not left enough. They're coming at you.
Yep.
Just this should be the news story. Iran should be too. I'm sorry. Iran is a big story, though. Also, this is the entire Iran story. Israel attacked unprovoked. All of our intelligence says that they are a long way from having nuclear capabilities.
Iran. Yeah.
Yeah. We're upset that they're not complying with the treaty that we pulled out of,
I mean,
and upset that they won't make the same treaty with a different president
yeah.
because they're like, your reliability is not good.
Well, I mean, I had heard White House officials claiming, I forget if it was White House officials or the big Cheeto himself, saying that Iran has never been closer to nuclear weapon, which again, like you say, is false. And this is
Their
just,
own people have said it's
yeah,
false.
exactly. It's right back to,
I mean,
it's right back to,
the follow-up question to that was, then why did Tulsi Gabbard tell Congress last week
Mhm.
that they weren't working on it? Well, I don't believe her. You don't believe your own national security advisor,
Oh,
who, by the way, is saying the same thing that all of Biden's national security advisors said and was said during the last 2 years of your last term. You know, so you can't go, oh, she's been, you know, no, this is like generally agreed on. Oh, as soon as they stop bombing civilians in Israel. Well, you know what might help them stop bombing civilians in Israel? If Israel stopped bombing civilians in Iran.
Mm-hmm.
be a start.
You can't expect the I hit you first, but if you stop hitting me, I'll stop hitting you to work that often.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just don't understand how people don't, like, a 5-year-old on the playground knows that if they throw the first punch, the fight's not ending until it's over or until they back off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Iran doesn't have the ability to end this unless they win it. The people who have the ability to end this are the United States and Israel. Now, they can end it by like waking up and understanding that Iranians are human beings too, and therefore work with the same motivations we do. And God knows, you hit us, we hit back hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
worry
can
at,
end this by going down in history as truly, truly evil, horrible people who wipe out a civilization. Those
Yeah.
those are like, there's not much in between.
yeah. What I'm worried about most is that, you know, a phrase that sticks in my head is, when you're a hammer, all the world looks like it's full of nails.
Yep. Yep.
And when you have a military, you want to use it. That's
Yeah. Oh, I know.
that's what's startling here is what I
Well,
worry about a lot
and
is
this
that
is
people
this
don't
is
want
where
peace or world
I get
leaders.
really, really worried about the, because the world leaders have diplomats too.
Mhm.
The world leaders have more than hammers,
Mhm.
but the weapons manufacturers don't.
No. And I
This is one of those places, and like, a Republican president was the one who wrote most eloquently about it.
mhm.
You got to think hard about when there's a profit motive for horror.
Right.
So yeah, Iran, really, really bad. But see, even here, we fell off the rails. We had a fucking political assassination in this country this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough because, he
And
should be, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
He should be punished, right, to the full extent, right? First degree murder, all that kind of stuff. But that's a federal offense. And when Trump has power to pardon him, what's the point?
Well,
So,
but I'm going to even take it in a different direction.
yeah.
How is ICE arresting people right now?
Kidnapping them.
Are they wearing badges?
I don't think so.
Are
I
they,
think just ice. Yeah, just the
are
logo.
they no, not even that. They're in
Yeah, they're
street
not. They're
clothes without
unmarked,
badges.
masked,
Are they wearing
unmarked.
masks?
Yep.
This is part of how he was able to do what he did. When you don't have when the only thing that identifies you is you say you're something.
Hmm.
Every story that any newspaper does about ICE should include the fact that this behavior makes political murder easier,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's by ICE or by people who put on a mask and say they're ICE.
Yep.
And at some point, when you've been reporting that for a while and you've got it in the news, in the zeitgeist, somebody's got to start asking, is that an accident?
If it is, I think they're okay with it.
Yep. That's just it.
It's called stochastic terror, and
Ah,
Trump has
yes.
been a pro at it forever.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely one of the features of the first Trump administration for sure.
Well, for 4 years in between too. I mean, it's a feature of the MAGA movement.
Hmm.
Um, so anyway, back to comics because we got a new catalog
Where we
and
can look
cool.
at scholastic terrors.
Oh, look what you did there. Nice
Uh,
segue.
all right.
Batman #1 from Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. A bold new era of Batman starts here. A new day dawns for the Dark Knight detective as Eisner Award winning writer Matt Fraction joins forces with superstar artist Jorge Jimenez for an unforgettable new era of Batman. The best superhero in comics gets a brand new first issue to kick off this new era that will test Batman and Bruce Wayne like never before. And this kicks off September 3rd.
All righty. That looks good. Right now, I'm not putting it on my pull list. I
Okay.
managed to full well I went I managed to drop Batman at the end of Tom King era, and then I had to jump back in for Zdarsky and managed to drop it again. I am not getting the Hush because it's like,
Oh
nope,
yeah.
I'm just getting
No.
out.
Pass on Hush,
No,
but
I'm
I
looking forward to reading it. I just don't need the
I'm
single
reading it.
issues.
I'm reading
I've
it right
heard
now.
good things.
Yeah, I'm doing it single issue right now. I'm enjoying it.
Right.
I mean I'd study it like a surgery, but I wouldn't enjoy it.
You don't like the Hush storyline to begin with, or is it
No.
okay?
No. Sorry.
Um, but I
So you would not
like
enjoy the Batman animated movie of Hush.
Probably not.
yeah. No, I like I'm only willing to have, I mean, really it's two. Those Star Wars I've even fallen off of a little bit. The main book, I don't get all of the Star Wars books anymore. But otherwise, the only character that I will just automatically get is Daredevil. And I'm afraid
It's
that if I
understandable.
don't force myself to jump off of Batman runs and work really, really hard at not jumping onto Batman runs, then I wind up getting, particularly because there wind up being so many Batman miniseries that I get.
Yeah.
I don't, I love comics so much and I love Batman, but like I have a monthly budget and I don't want a third of that to wind up going to Batman.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I
Even
will
even as
excitedly
much as
read
I
this.
love Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez,
Oh yeah.
I have DC Infinite.
Yes. I will be excited to read this from the library when the trade hits. For
Right,
sure.
right. This one is on my pull list. Everything Dead and Dying from Tate Bromball and Jacob Phillips. Jack Chandler is the sole survivor of the zombie apocalypse in his rural farming community. But rather than eliminate them, he has chosen to continue living alongside the undead, including the husband and adopted daughter he fought so hard to have. But when his town is discovered by outsiders, Jack suddenly becomes the one thing standing in the way of those who hope to kill his family for good.
I love Jacob Phillips' art. It's so good.
I do too. September 3rd, that cow is ridiculous on the
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah. I mean, look how visceral it is. I mean, it's just, is there flies flying around it too? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
cool.
Jacob's ridiculous. Now, this next book, I don't know if I'm more excited for the book or the fact that, and I was checking with Chris Condon. He's pretty certain this is their first time they've been a comp book, because this is for fans of Stillwater and That Texas Blood, which, like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, Chris, look what Image said. Guess what book it is? He's like, what? And when I showed it to him, he's like, holy. For fans of Stillwater and That Texas Blood, the Emissary Bridge has always connected the citizens of Port Linden to hope and opportunity. But when one man shockingly sets himself on fire, the bridge now brings something else to the town: certain death. Comic book icons David and Maria Lapham present a haunting story of crime, justice, death, and how far a small town will go to keep its secrets. In store September 17th. And that is what makes it that much cooler. Not only is he's like, oh, wow, they're comparing something to my book. I mean, that's like kind of an honor to begin with, that people think, oh, your book is a way to sell this other book. But no, they're David Lapham book. David Lapham book. Just, yeah. I was psyched for him.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I love
And
David
it's going to
Lapham.
be in color. That is so exciting.
Yeah. I mean, I love his black and white too,
Same.
but I'll take the color. They do. D. Cuniff does good colors.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Very much looking forward to this. Here you go, Tyler.
Racer X is being put out from the page at our World of Speed Racer by Mark Russell and Nuno Plati.
Yep.
An exciting new miniseries that ties into Mad Cave Studios' hit Speed Racer series. Before he was Racer X, Rex Racer was a rising star until the racing world chewed him up and left him for dead. Now masked, scarred, and driving for revenge, he's back on the circuit with one goal: protect his brother, take down the syndicate, and outrun his past. That's 3 goals, so I'm not sure why they wrote 1 goal, but
You know,
in shops September 10th.
we should write our friends at Mad Cave and give them a hard time.
With
Some,
1 goal, and here's the 3 of them.
some graphic novels coming out. This
Yeah,
one looks
Cat's
cool.
Eye. Yeah. I think it's the manga classic Cat's Eye finally arrives in a gorgeous deluxe English language omnibus edition. The work of superstar author Hojo Tsukasa has been adapted into anime, films, stage plays, and more. A new Cat's Eye anime is currently being developed for streaming, and this English language omnibus edition contains the first 3 volumes of this series. Yeah, I'm not. This is a huge,
We'll jump
huge
down
thing here. So
to
yeah.
let's see. Cafe Owners by Day, Art
All
Thieves
right, there we
by
go.
Night.
Cafe Owners by Day and Art Thieves by Night, the 3 sisters, Rui, Ai, and Hitomi, have high-risk lives outside of their day jobs. Hitomi especially needs to keep her secret under wraps since she's dating Toshio, the police officer assigned to catch the Cat's Eye thief. Cat's Eye's targets are easy to spot. They're all sorts of art pieces authored by acclaimed genius painter Heinz. What museums don't know is this artist is the missing father to the 3 Cat's Eye siblings. Dun dun dun. As the
So,
sisters, that's that looks awesome. I really
It
want
does.
to pick it up because of the art heist stuff. But on September 24th, this will be available from Abrams Comic Arts.
Yep. And also coming is his City Hunter series, which is in the same universe. My brother informed me as I was putting this stuff together. Um, so so yeah, the mangaka is being brought to stateside big time. My two picks this week, I've actually read half of each of them because Fantagraphics was kind enough to send me PDFs. I just haven't finished reading them.
Uh-huh.
First, Jason, Death in Trieste. The cartoonist known as Jason returns with a collection of three short graphic stories connected by an absurdist thread, showcasing his idiosyncratic culture obsessions, clear line style, and deadpan humor. The title story, Death in Trieste, sets the scene in 1920s Berlin as a bustling cultural hotspot in the shadow of the coming Nazism. Here, a host of unlikely characters, time-traveling David Bowie, Rasputin, Nosferatu, Marlene Dietrich, and more, are all connected by a group of Dadaists who perform the art of rationality through madness. In the Magritte affair, this is the one that I've read already, a wisecracking pair of detectives must crack a case involving art forgeries, masked men, and mysterious disappearances, all linked to the surrealist world of the famous Belgian painter. Finally, in Sweet Dreams, Jason reimagines the new wave artists of the 1980s as X-Men-esque superheroes, while this supergroup easily dispatches such supernatural threats as living mummies, animated suits of armor, and rampaging golems. They soon
Ugh.
face their biggest challenge yet as a giant meteorite hurtles toward the Earth. I love Jason so much.
Yeah, what format is this in? Is this hardcover or is this a
Yeah,
okay?
I think
Cool.
twenty
I
four
mean, yeah,
ninety nine hardcover. Yeah.
yeah. I'm
I,
excited
I
for it.
am
Does, yep,
I am
hardcover, I
I
see
am
over.
I am so all in on this, and I am so happy. And my thanks go out to my friends with the Santos sisters for making the connection that we're now in contact with Fantagraphics PR. So maybe, just maybe, we'll pull a Jason interview. Um, that would make me very, very happy.
Mm-hmm.
As with this next one, because I love Carol Tyler and I love all of her work.
Okay.
This book comes out in September, Ephemerata, Shaping the Exquisite Nature of Grief. She also has a exhibit at the Billy Ireland right now and is one of the showcase guests at CXC this year. During collisions between life and death, estrangement and loss, Carol Tyler turned to her pen to face facts and extract meaning from the oddly sacred experience. Exploring realms metaphorical, half imagined, and all too real, she explored previously uncharted emotional territory for herself and others in a work that is both painfully intimate and philosophically rich. Um, yeah, I'm about halfway through this one too, and like I love Carol Tyler to begin with. Her I think Soldier's Story is about her dad. Fab Four Mania is her auto bio of being a Beatles nut and going crazy to get tickets to I think their Comiskey Park show when she was a teenager.
You want to hear? You want to hear something crazy? My first name, Tyler, was named after a female musician, Bonnie Tyler.
Okay,
My mom was a huge fan of hers. So when I
cool.
see women with Tyler as a name, I feel good because that's where I got my name.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, and you picked a Fantagraphics book too.
I did. Yeah, this is Petra Sherry, sorry. Set during World War One and originally published in serial format from 77 to 82, Petra Sherry follows the adventures of Petra de Karlowitz, Sherry to creator Attilo Macaleusi, who addresses her throughout the book. Born to a Polish businessman and the most beautiful woman in Paris, raised in Canton, China, and now based in neutral Holland, she is a spy who answers only to herself, evoking but cleverly eschewing stereotypes of the femme fatale. Petra is equally at home in the cockpit of an airplane and behind the wheel of a motor car. More than that, she is an endlessly fascinating enigma and one of the most iconic characters in Italian comics. In short, thrilling tales across the sky, sea, and land, zipping from Northern Europe to Mittel Europa, from the Balkans to the Bosphorus to the nascent Soviet Union. Michael Luzzi grapples with an era when Europe's borders were in flux and battle lines were often blurred. Petra, well, we'll stop there. Yeah,
that's a good place.
that looks good. I like the art on the cover. It's got a really
In
cool,
stores September 24th.
yeah,
Yeah, they're
from
going through a
Fantagraphics.
full collection. There was one of those last month too.
Yeah.
So a couple of collections to talk about.
We have Exquisite Corpses. I don't know if you guys read Exquisite Corpses this week, but it was good.
I haven't read
Uh,
the second one yet, but it's very much on my list.
okay. Every 5 years on Halloween, the wealthiest families in America play a game. 12 of the deadliest people in the world are dropped into a small town with just one goal. Last killer standing wins. See, that's one goal. That is one goal. For the citizens of Oak Valley, Maine, for the citizens of Oak Valley, Maine, this year's Unlucky Arena, the goal is much simpler. They must survive the night. This is from James Tiny in the fourth and Michael Walsh, Pornsec Pichot, and Michael Walsh, Pichot. I always get that wrong. Michael Walsh and Mariana Ignazi, as well as Valentine de Larandro. De Landro. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, this is going to be in stores from Image September
Image.
17th.
Yep. And Friday, the deluxe
Yep.
edition. I'm not even going to read it. We've talked about Friday. We love Friday. Friday is like the
It's the start of the weekend.
Ed Brubaker and Marcos Martins Encyclopedia Brown grows up and time travels and whatnot. Just brilliant, brilliant book. Originally published at Panel Syndicate. Now coming together as one beautiful hardcover edition. Another toss out. I know Mom's already looking at Darwin Cook for me for Christmas, so this is more for anybody else looking at like what to get me for birthdays, Christmas, Father's Day, just because they love me. Whatever. The Friday Deluxe Edition is definitely one that I want. In stores on November 12th. So some final order cutoff. We've got DC's California Love from various artists. July 30th. Hero Trade Project Chimera #1 from Matt Kint, David
I love
Lapham.
that. California.
Yeah. From Bad Idea on August 6th. Jungle #1 from Keenan Marshall Keller, Tom Neely, and Uncivilized on July 30th. Look Into My Eyes #1 from Ruben Cubelis and Mad Cave, July 23rd. And The Voice Said Kill from Cy Spurrier and Vanessa Del Rey, Image Comics, July 23rd. All of these are final order cutoff on June 30th, and I apologize. I did not get through the final order cutoffs for the PRH catalog. So, like, people who have Marvel or Dark Horse books that they're like keeping track of, go make certain you order those too. Crowdfunding right now. We've got the Ultimate Oz Universe, Lost Lands from Cullen Bunn, Larry King, Mike Diodato at AWA on Kickstarter through June 24th. Aces and Arrows, Asexual Aromantic comic book anthology from Kat Kalamia and Jeremy Whitley, and many others. Lifeline Comics through June 26th. Insert Name, Comics and Zines Festival, Ryan Carey, Emily Mayer, August 23rd to 24th at the Squirrel House Arts, 3450 Snelling South, Minneapolis on Kickstarter through July 14th. I think they're about halfway to their goal. Tyler, where is their episode in the queue for getting up?
Let me look right now because I have them all in order that you sent them to me.
Yeah.
So
Well,
go ahead.
While you're doing that, I'll go through a few more. We got the Lost Art of Sean Phillips deluxe hardcover on Kickstarter through July 3rd. Real Shit Book 2, Harder Than It Looks from Kendra Wells and Iron Circus Comics on Kickstarter through July 10th. Islands, well, we'll come back to Islands in the Sky in a second. Hellhole Quarterly, Pay What You Want is like pretty cool for a print Kickstarter. Through July 3rd, and then Islands in the Sky. Andrew Iden reached out to me to make certain that he could plug this on the air, so we'll be recording later this week. Islands in the Sky is Appalachia Comics and Good Trouble Comics combining for a anthology uniting stories, art, and survival in the wake of Hurricane Helene. So it's real stories from people who were affected by Hurricane Helene, some of them actual comics creators that were there, and the ones that weren't actual comics creators got a who's who of people to help them out. Greg Pak is writing with Josh Adams doing art. Uh, Steve Orlando and June Kim, Matt Fraction and Esther D'Amico, Jean Luen Yang and TM Pham and Brianna Lowenson, Andrew Iden with Valentine Delandro, Brian Michael Bendis with CAP Ward.
And Hannah Roy.
Is Hannah Roy also a creator?
Yeah, it says there Hannah Roy. Oh, is that the title of the story?
Well, no, that's with
It says Hannah Roy
says
with
with
writer.
writer. Hannah Roy, I'm pretty
I
certain,
see.
is just one of the people who
I
told
see.
the story that Bendis and Ward turned into
Gotcha.
despite the widespread destruction from the storm, Hannah's family and community chose to embrace joy by coming together for an impromptu backyard wedding.
I see. Interesting.
Nick
Yeah.
Filardi and Chatham Bertram. Brent Schoonover. What?
Which interview were you looking for?
Insert name, Zine Fest.
Okay. So we have got a few ahead of that. So
Okay.
the Gilbert and Natalia Hernandez, and then Dave Wachter and Tony Fleeks.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. So
Okay.
Dave Wachter's first and Tony Fleeks. Then
And
Gilbert and Natalia.
okay.
And then insert comic name.
Which thankfully they got far enough on their Kickstarter that's cool.
I hate to say this out loud, but Peggy doesn't listen to this. When she leaves for Guatemala tomorrow, I will get so much done.
Maybe.
I will get a ton of podcasts done.
Matt Manning and Jarrett Rutland, Nate Powell, Anthony Del Cole, and Alex Segura are all signed on doing stories. So this is like not just a wonderful charity comic, but like Andrew managed to put together some like big guns as creators.
That's cool.
I'm kind of shocked that it wasn't instantly backed. I'm a little sad that it wasn't instantly backed.
Speaking of Andrew,
we'll keep working on that.
We also have him coming up.
Yep. Well, that's how I started this. He called me up to let me.
Yep.
Yeah. So everybody, please go back. Islands in the Sky. It looks amazing. So Tyler, what were your amazing books this week? And I loved the two that I've read, and I'm looking forward to the one that I didn't.
First of all, did you guys like? I think you did. Second Coming. Did you like?
Oh yeah,
Mark Waid's Second Coming.
Oh yeah.
So this is from the pages of Second Coming. It's Toxic Avenger and Jesus Christ. I think this is hilarious. It was so fun. It made my day when I saw that it was coming
I think
out.
it's also a statement of how far that we've gotten in the world, that Jesus has decided to embrace occasional violence.
Yep. I love it.
As above, so below, Ted.
What?
I said, as above, so below, Ted.
Yep.
I know.
Okay. Exquisite Corpses, like I mentioned earlier, was also awesome. Yeah, I mean this is kind of like a purge kind of thing, and get out there and check it out. Walsh and Tynion are killing it, I think.
Yep.
And then It's Jeff. This is the beginning of its ongoing,
an actual
right?
series, yeah.
Okay, it's
I don't
not
know
just
if it's ongoing
one-offs.
or it's the first printed rather than digital first. It's Jeff.
Yes. Yeah, in the past they've been printing It's Jeff. Now this series is Jeff the Land Shark.
Yeah.
I hope that like I said, My hope is that Jeff becomes so integrated into Marvel, they just pop him into the background during
I
the
think
more.
we're getting there. Jeff apparently is the most popular character on Marvel Rivals, and it's not even close, is what I've heard.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I think it's this lighthearted, like, okay, Marvel takes itself so seriously, right? And when you have something that is just nothing but brevity, right? It's nothing but comedy with Jeff. It's just fun to see these heroes at home dealing with Jeff, like girl Hawkeye. What is it? Hawkeye? Is that her name?
Kate Bishop.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, her
Kate
dealing
Bishop.
with yeah, her dealing
Yep.
with Hawkeye at home is just funny, you know.
All right.
Gwenpool with Jeff is hilarious. What about you,
Wonder
Ted?
Woman, Wonder Woman number 22. I'm going to spoil the opening just in
Okay.
case people haven't read it yet. And it actually is a good standalone issue from Tom King and Caitlin Yarsky. Steve Trevor wakes up to a note thanking him for a wonderful night, but explaining that Diana needed to get up early to go solve the mouse problem at the Capitol. Turns out that they're really big mice, and Steve essentially like follows her around and has that morning after talk while she's doing superhero stuff. It's it's Tom King sweet and awkward in ways that somehow he is able to do and have work rather than be um I don't even know what it feels like when anybody else tries to do it. There are a handful of other people that try to do it, but when you sit there going, let's have the awkward morning after conversation while having a superhero fight. Most people go, okay. Tom makes it work. Caitlin really made it work. Yeah, very, very good. I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer, number 3 from Doug Wagner and Daniel Hilliard. Oh my God. Though I want to make it clear,
Uh-huh.
nobody died this issue,
Okay. I haven't got mine yet. They didn't have it when I went.
which makes me think that the
Spoilers.
next issue is gonna be fucking
It's gonna be brutal. Brutal. That's metal, dude. It's gonna be good.
Vanishing Point number 2 from Mark Russell and Ryan Alexander Tanner. This is actually his solo anthology series at Mad Cave with kind of some various dystopic futures, and this one is the Jetsons one,
Yeah.
but with a real twist, and I loved it. I loved it. Fans of his Flintstones will like this a lot. Lots of other good books this week,
Which
but we need
I
to
am.
keep
I got to
moving.
buy the rest of the series. I only have the first trade you bought me at one point, Ted,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
got to get the rest of it because it is so good.
it's so fucking good.
It's so good.
Have you read the Flintstones, Phil?
I am ashamed to say I still have yet to read the Flintstones. I know how good it is. You've told me to
You
read it
need to
about
read
six
the
times by now.
Flintstones. Yeah,
I know.
you need to read the Flintstones.
I need to, now that I have Hoopla on my phone, I am optimistically going to try to catch up on a lot of stuff that I've missed out on.
Yeah, yeah. No, panel by panel is not the best way to read comics, but like it's better than sitting in line at the grocery store and not doing anything,
Exactly.
or waiting in the office at the doctor's and not doing anything. I mean,
Or
like,
procrastinating in the office when I don't want to do something.
well, that too. When it's time to take a dump,
Exactly.
whatever,
That's time you can't get back.
My point is, we have tons of time that can be spent reading comics. And is it better to read comics in the wonderful tactile way? Absolutely. But reading comics, I mean, it's like uh, I read an article. There was a baseball writer that went to all of the stadiums and wrote about them. And when he wrote about the Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, He said, "This is hands down the worst major league stadium." But even here, an afternoon at the ballpark beats like almost anything else. So, I mean, so anyway, uh, Tyler, I'm still ahead.
Yeah, I did not give it a lot of
Yeah, three
effort
whole.
this week
Yeah, yeah,
in this One
spending
Piece
time with the
race.
wife before she goes away. I see.
That's the
Yeah,
plan today, anyway. That's the plan today.
yeah. Uh,
But
I should make the crazy porn music, but I'm not good at that. There you go.
oh man, if only
Uh,
we had a bass right here. No, yeah, I just haven't. It's been on the back burner. I just kind of put it to the side with this week. Like I texted you guys earlier on Wednesday when I went to the store, I was shocked at how many comics I
yeah, no,
felt
this is a
I
big
had
week.
to pick up because it
This is a
was I
big
was reading
week.
all that.
Next week's a big week too. But what I will say is I'm loving as they, because they're kind of at their middle point. The town, I forget what the name of the town is. Tyler, you're sometimes better at that. But
Let me pull it quick. I'll grab it.
there's like seven different pirate crews there and the
Hmm.
Navy and whatnot. And one of the things that's really coming through is like they're the only good guys. What separates their crew is that like they care
Uh-huh. What happens? Yeah,
about each other, about people, about, you know, it's more and more we're seeing how much subversive social commentary is in this book.
yeah.
As we literally
Well,
have a slave auction.
yeah. Um, so I mean, I've always looked at Luffy and his crew as like the basically the anti-pirates, right? They're
Right.
they're
But
pirates
they're
by
also
name, but
anti-government.
yeah,
They're pirates because the government sucks too.
yeah.
You know, I mean, for that matter, we kind of figured out already, and it's becoming more clear. Like all of the admirals in the government were once pirates.
Uh-huh.
Sounds
You
like
know,
government's just the biggest pirate out there.
yeah, no, I mean, it's sounding like essentially the government is the empire, and all of the rest of the pirates are the bounty hunters, and Luffy and crew
Yep.
are the Rebel Alliance.
Yes, it does have that. Yep.
So I'm looking forward to getting the Death Star in the attack run. Oh, wait.
The attack run on Luffy's ship.
Right. So let's talk some Lazarus. Make my buddy Nate happy.
So Lazarus, are we on
Issue
Number
7.
seven.
issue 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one was certainly, gosh, this is why I read this last night in a haze before bed. Um and so, I just gotta say it is getting
I mean,
harder
this,
to keep
yeah,
from spoiling things.
yeah. But this is definitely an issue that like hits in a lot of ways. It first hits with
It's all the
the
feelers, really.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it first hits with eight is training, and I guess we don't know she's eight yet, but okay. Uh, the other forever is training. Um,
Yep.
and there's that scene, Marisol, if father orders me to kill you when we fight, what do I do? You do as your father orders. If father orders you to kill me, would you do it? Yes.
Hmm. That's I mean, that's kind of sobering, but at the because it's like, holy cow.
Um,
We're dealing in absolutes, right? Uh, their friendship doesn't matter, so
well,
they would do it.
And then going back to, the next scene is the interrogation between Forever and the girl from the last book, and going back to like, what we were talking about briefly. I didn't do anything wrong. I made a trade. It was your
Yeah.
Yep.
soldiers who
Yeah.
um mm. And then the family gets attacked and suffers heartache.
Because there was something I was going to bring up about this.
Yeah.
Something in the padded room. But
Between Joanna and Emma.
yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, no, they can't scare her, but it turns out they can buy her off.
Yeah. Yeah, that is certainly an interesting uh shift there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love her attitude. Um, and I don't have the page number because it's different than your guys's, but
Hmm.
it says right, there's nothing you can do or take away from me that your family doesn't already have. So I mean,
Yep.
this right, she's at rock bottom. She's like, you can't hurt me any more than I know what you guys can do, and that doesn't scare me.
Right.
Hmm.
But
Yeah. Yeah. And then just how haunting is it when they finally get to the road to Denver and
yep.
it's packed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is that's certainly a wild one to think about is,
Authorized transit only drone surveillance is in effect.
uh,
Denver, 102 miles.
you know, how many people go there? I mean, first of all, I don't remember them establishing how often the lift happens, you know?
It doesn't seem like it's a specific time span,
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. No, I just mean like, is it
which I mean, that would make sense from a corporate standpoint. You do it when you start going, oh, we're going to need this soon.
mm,
So
hmm
time to open up the books and see what we can find. They probably have the algorithm,
hmm
we need these things. If we bring 100,000 people together, we're likely to find the X number of people that we need.
Yeah.
Uh, it'll take us this long to figure it out. So now is the time to say, get here.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the kind of thing that in one perspective, you see the resiliency of humanity in that many people surviving,
Yeah.
on next to nothing, whatever they can manage to find. And then on the other hand, it's like a dark, staggering reminder of, just how the disparity gap between it in this world it's only gotten wider between the people at the top and the people at the bottom. And so, you know, um yeah, sorry, it's the the idea of oh yeah, they're buying her out, is kind of a darkly, okay, yeah, nobody gets to have principles here,
Right?
just opportunities.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
um from
Man.
from an art standpoint, like when they're on the road and like gunfire breaks out, right, there's all
Hmm.
the purple and hue, like purples and blue hues in the background, like, and I just love the coloring on these
Oh yeah,
pages where it's really setting the mood that it's not safe on the road at the, you know what I mean?
for sure.
So
I need to keep reminding myself to read this book in full light because I'll do it before bed, and
uh-huh.
my lamp there is a little bit dim, and so I can read the words. But yeah, now in the
Why am
morning,
I hearing screaming?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
that is Tad checking in on his grandkids.
Yeah.
For anyone curious about that stray quote,
Yeah, that's funny.
he wandered
Oh,
out of the room,
funny.
but the mic slept on. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
read this
is
book in a
yeah.
well-lit room because it will change your experience of it. It's so many of the colors, the contrast pops more. And again,
I'm reading it digitally, but I'm going to go
mhm.
back and buy it single issues. Is that
Ooh.
possible, or is it too cost
Oh
prohibitive?
God. Well, I mean, I'd have to imagine if you're looking at single issues, you're looking at a lot of eBay because, these were things that were, you could get a reprint of issue one at least. I know that's been part of the Image Legends line or something like that. But trying to get original issues from over 10 years ago, it's been a while. I had a run for a while of
Yeah.
buying single issues on eBay,
Okay.
usually complete runs at a time. And I haven't done that in a while, but I have to imagine that unless you buy, I can try to search if there's anyone
I'm going
selling
right
like
now
full
while
run.
we're waiting for
Okay,
Tad.
yeah. So you're digging that up, but
Okay, so we want Lazarus #1.
Lazarus single issues full run. Like that's the thing. And this is one of my pet issues with comics that is sort of I dream of a comics industry that can print on demand to where if a series from 10 years ago is great, you can buy it today. You can get it today. You don't have to.
Mhm.
There's so many great series that are out of print, or like, if you didn't read this when it came out, you missed out, and now, good luck.
Right.
Good luck finding it. It's you know,
Well, a graded 9.8 copy of Lazarus #1 is 115.
yeah, that's
Which means that a
a hefty
non-graded
amount.
one is probably not that expensive.
Well, I'm not finding any for sale that have
Yeah,
the original cover.
yeah, that's the thing is you'd have to imagine that a series like this from that long ago, there probably aren't a ton of the single issues out there just because the people who hang
Right?
on to them would probably be fans.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah,
I
unfortunately,
mean, I tend not to go with them anymore because the owner used his newsletter to support Trump, but my comic shop has #1 at $8, $6 for fine, and has literally all 28 of the first issues.
oh, you're talking about the website. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I will not be using that to buy the two
And
issues of
most
Power Fantasy I'm missing then. Thanks
oh
for that
oh
heads up.
I was just talking Lazarus.
But yeah, no, I meant for mycomicshop.com. I didn't realize the owner was a Trump supporter. So that's a
Yeah, and
good one to avoid then.
I would forgive that if he hadn't actually put election denial stuff in his newsletter.
Jeez. Yeah, that's one of those where I try not to throw money to those people at all
Yeah,
if I
no,
can
it's a
help it.
shame because I used to buy stuff from them pretty regularly, and
Yeah.
I don't know when I will get over that.
I get you.
Yeah.
I don't know
No,
if I've ever
it's a big
bought from
hurdle.
them, but
I mean,
They
they are the one place that has almost everything
yeah,
at
unfortunately.
reasonable prices, and if you buy enough at the same time, shipping gets cheaper or free.
Hmm.
I even like buying their blind bags sometimes.
Jeez.
Um, and I haven't heard anything since like 2020 on him, so maybe he at least got smart
Yeah.
and took it out of
maybe.
his business. And I'm certain it doesn't speak for everybody who works for him.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm not actually telling people not to buy from them, but I still have.
More research required.
There you go.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that's but yeah, so that's like it's one of those things where, I my shop I missed out on issues 7 and 8 of the Power Fantasy and they're sold out at Image right now. So
Be right back. I gotta pee, guys. Be right back.
Oh, understandable.
Okay.
So it's the kind of thing that it's like, all right, good luck. I'll have to, either go online to find those two issues to fill in, or, just wait and try to find them in the wild somewhere. But yeah, I wish that the comics industry was doing well enough so that scarcity wasn't part of the game. That you could walk into a store and just pick something off the rack as opposed to needing to pre-order everything.
Yeah. Well, here is. I haven't read all of this, but I'll send it to you.
What
I'll
is it
throw it in
you're
the
sending
chat.
us?
Ironically, Zach Raberoff at the Comics Journal.
Hey.
March 22nd, 2023
Mhm.
piece on my comic shop.
Okay, yeah, I'd be happy to read that.
Including an interview with the owner.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I am.
In fact, primarily an interview with the owner. He set up everything
Mhm.
and then talked with the owner. I mean, in a lot of ways, from what I understand, they do the type of thing that like I would do if I had the money to buy a big enough warehouse and put together, you know. So, yeah.
Cool. Anyway, I'm back from the bathroom. I've been back for
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah,
5 minutes to our listeners.
5 minutes.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We kept talking. We didn't pause, so they
No,
know
I
how
know.
long. Do we have anything more to say? Well, actually, I have one more thing to say about Lazarus, unless you said it while I was gone, and you probably didn't because Tyler doesn't have the layer pages. We're gonna have to talk to him about
Mhm.
that because he does have access to them.
Oh,
He has access to them the same way that you do. Well, except that you use
well,
the physical ones, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. He has access to them the same way that I do. Um,
Yes, I do. I will read them going forward.
so a the last letter that they deal with is um from Reed Beebe. Given our
Mhm.
anxieties about corporate profiteering and unethical scientific practices, greedy corporations and mad scientists are frightening antagonists in speculative fiction, and Lazarus explores both unchecked greed and the unfair use of scientific advances for the benefit of a few. Of course, in reality, most scientists behave in an ethical manner, while most corporations provide needed products and services for a fair profit. So, do you think that the negative portrayal of scientists and corporations in science fiction is deserved? And Greg's response was, I don't think this is a story about science run amok. I think it's a story about capitalism run amok and how that unchecked power perverts everything it touches. I don't think we portray science or scientists in a poor light. James Mann has thus far demonstrated the most humanity and empathy of any character outside of the Barrett family. I'm about as pro science as they come. Science is our way forward, out of darkness. In science, we will find the solutions to our many, many problems. Science is the antidote to ignorance, and it's through ignorance that greed triumphs. I want to add a shout out to Paul Murphy, who's, oh, yeah. So, um, yeah. And I think that's pretty dead on. This is not an anti-science thing. It's really a look at these cool things that we might be able to do, and how horrible would it be if they weren't for everything or for everybody, but that's what happens when you privatize this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I think Reed was getting at more of, if I had to guess, it sounds like he was getting at more of the general um negative depiction
Yeah.
of scientists. I think that, because yeah, I think you're right that, and Greg's right that, of course Greg's right about his own damn book, but he's not
Well,
deploying
I think he was
scientists and
also
science
being
negatively.
polite because I think Reed Reed strikes me as centrist and trying to support capitalism without supporting greed and not understanding that that only works in a system that's set up not to be laissez-faire.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as a benevolent capitalist.
Right.
And certainly not one that will survive the non-benevolent capitalists. You need to have powerful forces to keep everybody in check.
Mm-hmm.
Including those powerful forces. That's why we set up a government of checks and balances that we've watched disintegrate over the last
6 months,
week, month, years. Anyway, books that we hope will be spectacular.
Yeah, what are you looking forward to, Ted?
I almost had to put Lazarus Fallen #1 in my 3 spot because this is the double twofer week. And it's a damn good thing that I've already read news from the Fallout #1, right, from Chris Condon and Jeffrey Allen Love, and Out of Alcatraz #4 from Christopher Cantwell and Tyler Crook, because otherwise it would have been really hard to keep my top 3 to a top 5 list. Because it's a double threat from Dennis Camp, Assorted Crisis Events #4 and Absolute Martian Manhunter #4 with Eric Zawadzki and Javier Fernandez, respectively. Lazarus Fallen #1 from Greg Rucka and Michael Lark. So starting this week, Phil and I will be reading Lazarus at 2 different points in the country and trying even harder to spoil things for Tyler. Because no, I am not waiting to read Lazarus Fallen #1.
No way. No.
I'm reading it as well. Yeah, I'm going to read it as well. But
what?
Even without having read the stuff in between?
Is
that
that
would be a
bad?
little weird.
Is that
I mean,
bad?
if you think you can manage to do it, but that's like jumping into Saga at issue 55.
Yeah, that's one of those sorts of things that, I mean, to put it I can understand in Marvel or DC reading a current run while catching up on an old run, so there's a few.
Yeah.
But
you should look
at
these as one continuous run.
The it's fact like that there's like 30 issues worth of material between then and now. It's
true.
We just read Monstrous.
Okay, so, yeah.
Can you imagine starting at volume 9?
Okay, so you're saying, okay, Wednesday is 5 days away. So I have 5 days to catch.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
I mean, that is a better option.
All right. I hear you. I
didn't.
But I am going to pick it up. I am going to pick it up, though.
Yeah. I didn't bring up Copra #50, which came out this week, because I am still like 30 issues away from it. Reading furiously because it's fucking good.
It is good. I need to reread Copra. I read I think the first 3 or 4 volumes and haven't been able to catch up. But
only read the first 2 now.
Everything I've read's great.
Yeah. Fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so Lazarus Fallen falls into the 2 slot. And then I made them go 3 because this is like the biggest cheat of a pairing, because completely different creative teams, except that I think of Matthew Rosenberg and Tyler Boss as one person. Not really, but you know what I mean. So they're dual books. We're Taking Everyone Down with Us by Matthew Rosenberg and Stefano Landini, and You'll Do Bad Things from Tyler Boss and Adriano Tertolici.
Because the partnership,
week, #4.
Because their partnership is split, you're you're each equal.
Yeah. Okay. Particularly when they're coming out with books simultaneously.
Yeah, they market together.
Yeah. They're good friends. Also, the conclusion of Clementine book 3 from Tilly Walden comes out this week. So yeah, those are my picks.
Cool. I am also, I have Lazarus fall at number 1, but I am now giving it second thought whether I'm going to read it.
We'll tell you
By
how awesome it is. Don't worry
by
about
next
it.
week, we will tell you. That's fine. But I am going to pick it up. So I am looking forward to that because, like, I was talking with Phil when you were talking with the grandkids, Ted, is that I would love to start collecting these in single issues,
Yeah.
and have the
Well,
run
what
of
we
them.
have discovered is not as hard as you thought it was.
Okay. And then
I
I
mean,
am
because
looking.
that's the other thing I have discovered. I mean, regardless of what we think of my comic shop, Lone Star Comics, etc., and people need to make their own decisions. Um, in general, if they've got it for $2 or $3,
Yeah.
finding them all together and whatnot on a regular basis might be hard. But if you start looking at every shop you go into and flipping through dollar bins and whatever, you'll find them.
Yeah.
You know, that they're a good, particularly their $2 books are available in, anything they have for less than $5, it means that it's available in the wild pretty easily.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm going to start looking for it now that I'm, kind of hooked. And
Right.
then Seasons number 5 from Rick Remender and Paul Azita, or how do you pronounce
As a
that?
Cita.
Azaceta. Yeah, and Macias Lopez from Image. And then You'll Do Bad Things number 4 from Tyler Boss and Adriano
So,
Cortelici.
so good.
Yeah, looking
So good.
forward to that.
So our timing is perfect because my grandkids have gone to screaming again.
Yeah,
That's what I had to
and
do the last time.
my
I had
wife,
to step
my
away to break up the fight. And
my
it
wife
sounds
is
like I need
texting
to
me
do that
going,
again.
Peggy's texting going, "Are you almost ready?"
I was gonna
Yeah.
say let's hope Peggy doesn't get to screaming.
So,
No, oh God,
so this
she's never screamed.
Yeah.
this is a great opportunity to wrap up another great issue of Lazarus. So many good comics out there. I wish that there were more hours in the day and more dollars in the bank account. By the way, we have a Patreon if you want to give more dollars to our bank accounts to pay for comics. Maybe Phil will get to talk about his amazing comics every week because we kick him a few bucks with the express purpose of reading comics.
I need gosh, I'll do like a hoopla hullabaloo. I don't know, something like that
Yeah,
for try to
yeah,
read more regularly.
yeah. Hoopla has a lot of stuff day and date.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many borrows your library gives you.
15 a month, I think.
Okay.
So
That makes
it's
it
not,
harder when you're reading
yeah.
the day and date stuff because you're using like a borrow on
Yeah.
20 pages.
It's easier to
But
catch up in trades for sure.
yeah. So anyway, Tyler, take us out.
All right, guys, thank you for listening, and we will catch you guys after the next page. Later.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.